People believe that these group plans equal savings for their company because I'm putting a large amount of people into a group, and therefore I'm obviously getting some kind of mass or volume discount.
You have no obligations now. You can pay $100 a month, you can pay $200 a month, you can pay 30%, 20%, 10%, you can pay $5. It doesn't matter. It's all your choice, and you have no obligations there. And you still reap the tax benefits for it coming out of your business account. Actually, Patrick, anytime you're under 10 to 15 employees with a small business, these insurance companies are not giving you any breaks, any discounts at all.
Right now, when you're doing these group plans, you're at the will and mercy of that group plan. And so you're not in control of your cost at this point, Eric.
And 95% of the time, we're going to save you money.
I love it.
I don't mean hundreds, I mean thousands.
All right, what is going on? Eric, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. I feel like we're pretty close right here. You know what I mean? We're trying to get two big guys here in this small space.
One medium guy, one big guy.
You've got an amazing place right here, man. Over the last couple months, I've really had the opportunity to get to know some of your people. You truly actually give a shit. And it's pretty incredible to see. I know there's a long story behind it, but health and life insurance, specializing really in small businesses, man. How the hell do you get into something like that? No one graduates high school thinking health and life insurance, man. Right?
Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even like the health and life insurance companies. I like people, and I like to be that liaison or that middleman between industry that has been broken for years, but it's a necessary evil in most cases. It protects small business owners. It protects self-employed individuals. It protects individuals that don't have access to benefits within their employer. So it's important that you understand it was never health and life insurance that was my goal. It was just helping people. And I've been an entrepreneur pretty much my entire life since I was 12, 13 years old. You've heard my backstory.
I have.
So when about 2 years ago, I had a friend of mine come to me. He's seen I was in the wireless industry for 8 to 9 years. Prior to that, I had a clothing store and a barbershop. Like I said, entrepreneur. Lost it all, lost everything for bad business decisions. Got into wireless, worked my way up from sales associate to district manager of multiple locations. Then, I had the golden handcuffs on. The company started paying us less and less. So I said, you know what? I need to go back into being an entrepreneur because that's where my heart's at. Well, I had a good friend of mine show me all the different ways we could help families and all the different ways we could get paid within the health and life insurance industry. So it was like a win-win. So I could make a good living and help others and help people come on board and show them the same opportunity. So it was like a triple threat for me. And that was what was important. That's what got me into the health and life insurance industry, was because of all three. Helping new people come on, bringing them the opportunity, helping myself establish a legacy, and also helping families get protected and protecting their loved ones.
So a lot of the viewers of the show, blue collar entrepreneurs, small business owners, people who are unfortunately getting every dollar squeezed out of them every chance they can. Now, there tends to be, when they hear, I think, like life insurance, health insurance agent, it's just one more person trying to take money out of their pocket. I want you to talk to these people. What are they not understanding, man? How are they losing? Where are they messing up in this? Let's focus on health insurance really for people, because, that's something they're required to have. They're paying, they see that bill come in. Where are these small businesses screwing up right now with this thing?
So where I don't necessarily think the small businesses are screwing up so much. I don't think there's enough proper education out there for small businesses to understand how health insurance works. I think that's where most of the agents are screwing up, because they're thinking about their own pockets and not about the small business, or not about longevity. Because when it comes to health insurance and you're helping out clients, you want them to be your clients for life. So for them to be your clients for life, you obviously have to do right by them. Well, a lot of agents get so caught up on the upfront pay when it comes to health insurance, so they're doing what's best for them and not what's best for the small business. So then the small business then gets false information, or they think there's only one option for them because they're not, they put their information online, they get called from 30, 40 different telemarketers trying to sell one product, and they're essentially product pushers and they're not problem solvers. So I think there needs to be more problem solvers, and in turn, business owners will then understand that they have more options. So it's really a double-edged sword, right? So what I wanted to create was a team of agents and agency owners that can put more valuable information out there for business owners just to listen to and to understand, and not always try to push products down people's throats, but to listen to the small business owner, understand what they need, and customize options that are tailored to their business. Because there are customizable options, and a lot of times small business owners think that there's just traditional group insurance and that they're actually going to save money. But actually, Patrick, anytime you're under 10 to 15 employees with a small business, these insurance companies are not giving you any breaks, any discounts at all. It's actually better to write your employees individually and save money and tailor the insurance to them, and you pay for it out of your business account, than it is to get a traditional group insurance plan where you're paying the most as a small business owner while these large corporations are getting massive discounts. It's completely unfair, and small business owners are getting the shaft, and that's why we're here to try to make that better for them.
So I'm gonna kind of paint a picture of what I'm thinking right here. Tell me if I'm right. My small business owners, tell me if this sounds familiar. They get a plan, and it's got like this good, better, best thing that everyone's got a chance to choose from, right?
Yep.
And then they've got like the platinum, gold, and silver plan. You hand it to your employees and go, which one of these do you want to choose from?
Yep.
Is that still how this thing goes down?
With traditional group insurance,
That's
absolutely. With traditional, that's it.
Now, I think that my small business owners are thinking, that's the way that you do it. I'm a small business owner. That's the best way to go about doing this thing. You're telling me there are not just some options, there are a good amount of options for somebody that needs to really dive into this for their employees.
Multiple different carriers, and within those multiple carriers, there's about 30 to 75 options within those. That's why it's wildly important to get with somebody who has access to everything. But have you ever heard the saying paralysis by analysis?
Yeah.
So basically giving too many options, too much information. So you need to trust the broker first, somebody who has access to all major carriers, all A+ rated, and then also somebody that can listen to you and quickly narrow those options down, put those options in front of you, not like a good, better, best, but just options tailored to you, where you put your head together with the small business owner and tailor it to the employees. Let me give you some real numbers, Patrick. So when you go traditional group insurance for a small business owner that has less than 10 to 15 employees, you're gonna be anywhere from a good, better, best to $600, $700, $800 per employee when you go traditional group. That's how much it costs, because the insurance companies are factoring in, you might have an employee that has major pre-existing conditions or very expensive medications. Then you might have 2 or 3 employees that are super healthy. Well, everybody's cost sharing. So they have to tailor those plans to make sure that they're still profitable as an insurance company. So when you individually write each employee, like what a small business owner can do is come to us, Insurance Elevated. We listen to what we do is we fill out what we call an employee census, where they fill out everything that they have, pre-existing conditions. Now it's a little personal, but for us, remember, we're Team U, we're not Team Insurance Company. So tell us everything so we know how to navigate through and get you approved at the lowest price with the best plan that's actually going to protect you. But what happens is when we tailor each plan specifically to the employee, let's say you're a small business owner and you have 7 employees and they're all 21-year-olds and they're all healthy. If you go traditional group, you're still at that 600, 700, 800.
Yeah.
Because they're not tailoring anything for you. They're just giving you flat rate. Right?
So I want to stop and understand this. So talking to I'm going to talk to, let's say, whether it be roofing contractors, restoration, blue collar workers, a lot of them sub out their work. They've got maybe a limited amount of people that are in-house employees underneath them.
Got you.
So I like your example, 7 to 10 employees.
Yeah.
I think that maybe what they look at is ease of use in going with these good, better, best plans. It's kind of like, okay, you've passed your 90 days with my team. Here's your packet. Pick out which one you like. Fill out this form or call this little person right here and they'll take care of you, right? What you're telling me is this, and I don't know the answer to this, so let's role play here. If I was a business owner, is it possible for me to step into you and go, listen, man, I want the best for my employees. However, though, I'm not going to get a $1,500 plan for one employee because that's what they need, and a $500 plan for another employee over here. Maybe a cap that I can put on this thing to where we can offer it, but then you could tailor make it to each individual employee that comes on. Am I way off on this? How does this process work?
So as a business owner, you can give us a cap on what the most you're going to pay.
Correct.
So what you're doing is you're sending the employee to us. We're then keeping in mind what your max is. Your max cap, whether you want to give them a stipend or you want to take a certain amount out of their check and you want to pay for it out of your business account. So first of all, we're giving you options. Okay.
Good.
So let me back up a little bit. When you go traditional group insurance, it's always at the height of whatever anything costs. It's at the height. So no matter what, we're going to save you money tailoring it to individuals, no matter what. Because traditional group insurance is going to be the absolute most expensive.
Because like you said, you're grouping them all together.
Exactly. They're not giving you any discounts. They're just giving you the flat rate on whatever it costs. Now, whenever we're tailoring it to the employee, we can get you medically underwritten coverage, which basically gives the employee discounts for being relatively healthy. Or we can look at the employee's income and maybe tailor the employees and maybe go the public marketplace route and tailor it based on their income and get them subsidies, right? So there's different variations in different situations that we can tailor it and make it less expensive for everybody within your small business. And another thing, when you go traditional group insurance, you're obligated to pay 50% of that employee's benefits. So not only is it more expensive, as a business, by law, as a business owner, you have to pay 50% of that. So if the bottom option is $600 a month, you're obligated to pay $300 a month for that employee's insurance plan. Now, if we go individual coverage for the employees where you're just paying for it out of your business account because you want to take it out of their check, you have no obligations now. You can pay $100 a month, you can pay $200 a month, you can pay 30%, 20%, 10%, you can pay $5. It doesn't matter. It's all your choice and you have no obligations there. And you still reap the tax benefits for it coming out of your business account. And the best part about this is when you find a trusted broker, we do all the work. We fill out the Google sheet. We show you exactly what the employee got. We actually verify with you, which we have to by law because it's going off of your routing and account number. So we verify with you what option the employee chose, make sure you're happy, make sure what you're going to put towards it is happy, and make sure that the employee is happy on the portion that they're going to pay.
See, my mind is blown right now, and I want to make sure I understand this for my small business owners out there. I'm under the impression, until me and you have talked, that I have to, as a business owner, if I have an employee, cover 50% at least of their insurance, no matter what, I have to cover 50%.
No, sir, that is absolutely false.
Do you find that this is, if I'm having this misconception, I've got to think other business owners have this same misconception.
More than you know.
And so I think this is such a huge point of why I wanted to talk to you, Eric. Folks, what I would do in this case, and what we have done, is we want to go ahead and figure out with each employee, we're going to give you $300 a month to go in and take care of your insurance. Here's the person you need to contact over here at Insurance Elevated. If you choose not to contact Insurance Elevated, okay, then you contact somebody else. But I would suggest you do that so that you can get on the right page.
Exactly.
So you're giving somebody an option is what you're doing. And what you're really doing as a small business owner is you're capping your cost. Folks, right now, when you're doing these group plans, you're at the will and mercy of that group plan. And so you're not in control of your cost at this point, Eric, is how I look at it. I'm thinking you've got to take control back of that cost, especially right now. Let me ask you though about the tax side of that, okay? Because some people might be thinking, okay, how is this going to affect how my taxes are going to be? What did we talk about earlier, man? 87,000 new agents now with the IRS.
Agents that the government just brought on to screw us small business owners.
Ain't that the damn truth? But talk to me then about that, because I might be thinking right now as a small business owner, okay, great. I could see myself doing that, but I really like the fact that what I'm getting from the taxes of putting this into a group plan, is it comparable? Is it going to be?
Same thing. Yeah, if you're paying for it out of your routing and account number to your for your employees, you are still able to claim it as a business expense.
See,
yes, sir.
I think
so. You get the best of both worlds. We get to save you money because we're tailoring the plans, and we're able to shop all carriers, not just one, giving you 3 options and not tailoring it. So first of all, fully customizable. The employee's happier because we're shopping absolutely everything, tailoring it to their needs. You're happier because you're not obligated as a business owner to pay that 50%. You can pay whatever you want. You can also give the employees certain platforms, such as, after you finish 90 days here, this point you can sign up. So at any point in time, we can enroll any employee. So you can give them milestones to reach in order to receive these benefits. And every time we're doing the work, we're then adding the employee to a shared Google sheet where you can see how much the monthly payment is broke down for the dental, vision, hearing, health, whatever supplemental we decide to add on to it. And we're always verifying with you before we pull the trigger, because your routing and account number is going on there. Let's say you don't want your routing and account, you don't care about the tax benefits, and you don't want to pay for all of your employees' health care. You have them pay for it, and you give them a stipend on their check every month. If you wanted to go that route and you feel more comfortable. Cool part about all of this as well is when the employee leaves, they don't have to lose that insurance. They can actually transfer it to their routing and account number and go forward with their life and keep that insurance plan, which is really the best for everybody. And you can just take your routing and account number off of it. And at that point, it's not your responsibility anymore. It's the employees.
So much easier.
It's a much better situation for small businesses, even small businesses under 25 employees. Man, I've had the opportunity, and I've been blessed to work with hundreds of small business owners. I've did upwards of 23, 24 employees where 18 of them ended up taking plans. I did the shared Google sheet. I was very meticulous in keeping everything mapped out for them. So when he did give it to his accountant, the owner of the business at the beginning of the year, the accountant could see exactly what he's paid all year, match it up to his bank account, and everything was good, clean, consistent, clear, and concise. So
this is the big misconception that I wanted to get across in talking to you today. People believe that these group plans equal savings for their company because I'm putting a large amount of people into a group, and therefore I'm obviously getting some kind of mass or volume discount.
Once you're over 25 employees, you start receiving a tad bit of a discount, but anything under 25, they don't care about the small business.
How many of my viewers out there, yes, some of my roofing contractors and some of my guys out there, sure, you have over 25, but many of them, Eric, as you know, and you've worked with so many small businesses, that they've got 7 to 10 base employees that are W-2s. They're subbing out the rest of the work on 1099s is what they're doing.
There's a lot of businesses going full 1099 now and just want an opportunity to offer benefits at the best cost to work with a broker. I deal with small business owners now that have nothing but 1099 employees, and I'm just his point of contact, where I'm his preferred broker, where all the employees come to me, and he knows he can trust me on saving his employees the most amount of money, and then he just gives a $100 stipend to everybody, $200 stipend a month. That's it, to make it easy.
So I want you to walk me through, I know you only have a few minutes here, I appreciate it. We were doing some training, he was doing some training here, folks, so taking a little bit of time away to talk to me, and I appreciate it. The difference, man, I want to talk about this, because normally when I think of health or life insurance, I think of the person that works with my HR person, and then they figure out a couple of different plans to offer people, and then they offer them to the entire employees, and then all the employees bitch and moan about them because I don't get what I want.
Because it's not what they need.
And then as an employee, I've got to go try to supplement this within the same company to get the insurance that I want, blah, 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 and you deal with it all the time. It's an absolute pain in the ass all the time for companies to deal with, right?
The small business owner needs to consider us their HR, their broker, their back-end customer service. That's another point we didn't even touch on.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Deal with a trusted broker like me. We're direct to carrier. We're not. There's hardly any application. There's no application fees that we charge. Nothing. You work with us for free, absolutely free. It's no obligation. So I always tell all my small business owners, why not listen to what we have to say? What's the worst that can happen? 5 minutes later, you know that much more about health insurance, that much more value. That's it. You're risk-free dealing with us. All we're doing is bringing you to the insurance carriers, getting you the absolute best options possible at the absolute lowest price, and submitting an application to see if we get you approved. And if we don't, we go to the second best option. We're working for you behind the scenes. And let's say we end up not doing business together. It didn't cost you a dime to try this. It didn't cost you a dime to learn whether traditional or doing individual medically underwritten coverage, et cetera, is going to be better for you. And by the way, guys, I do traditional group insurance, so I know whether it's going to be better or not. Not one pays more than the other. We're here just to do what's best for the small business, because the last thing we want to do, which is absolutely stupid, which some agents do and agencies do, is put you in a plan that is more beneficial for us in our pockets than for you, because in 3 to 4 months from now, another agent comes by and saves you thousands of dollars. Then you look at us like the assholes. Okay, then you cancel the plan, and guess what? We don't get paid anymore when you cancel. So it is in no one's best interest for us to do wrong by the small business or wrong by the individual. It is in everybody's best interest to solve the problems of the employees, make everybody happy, and create a long-lasting relationship. That's how I feel.
See, I'm thinking of the office managers out there, production managers, anybody who manages people within a company right now. I know from personal experience, because I've been on both sides of this, that when you're doing these traditional group plans and something happens, it goes wrong, the person that's supposed to be in charge of your group doesn't answer the phone or something like they're supposed to, there's some bitching and moaning that goes on. You know who gets that complaint? The production manager, the sales manager. Hey, why?
Up the pole.
It goes all the way, it just starts going up the pole. Yeah. When you do it the way that you're talking about, Eric, what I love about it is that they turn around and look and go, not my plan. You have the option. Go to your person. It's you, and let's fix it. That's on you, not on the company. I'm giving you some money to make sure this is effective and cost effective for you and your family, but it takes that burden off of the company, puts the onus on the individual to find the right plan for themselves. And the broker. It holds the broker accountable too.
Exactly, it holds us accountable because the biggest thing I want, and there's a misconception here, we don't read minds. That's why it's important when we do what's best for you, we listen to your problems, we try to solve them, and we build a plan. Sometimes one thing might happen 6 months later on that plan that would have been a thing that we didn't talk about, or that there was miscommunication and you didn't like it, or the insurance company pissed an employee off because they called customer service. So it's important that always come to us for your questions and let us know if you don't like any part about your plan, because guess what? Year round, we can make changes, add more copays, subtract benefits. If it's just simply too much, always come to us first. We can make changes immediately and make sure we keep you happy. We just ask for the opportunity that if you are unhappy, to come to us first to make it better. If we can't, of course, you leave us, no harm, no foul. We tried. That's it.
So final question that I have for you. Let's say you've got some individuals that are with they're either on a group plan right now in their company, they're a business owner, maybe they're even on another individual plan with another company, all right? How can somebody get off of a group plan? Can they get started on individual? Can they get off of their current insurance and move to another insurance company, even though we're not in that open enrollment period right now? How do you get out of basically being in the mundane or the average and step up and elevate? There we go. I'll do it right now. Elevate your insurance game right now, man. How's that process like?
So the way you can elevate your insurance game is, first off, by calling us and having a conversation. Everybody's situation, every small business is different. If you're under traditional group insurance, sometimes the carriers do lock you in until that specific open enrollment that you had. And after that's over, we can then transition you into doing individually medically underwritten coverage, just individual coverage in general, and 95% of the time, we're gonna save you money.
I love it.
I don't mean hundreds, I mean thousands. When you're talking about a small business, we're saving the small business owner thousands a year. We're also saving the employee hundreds a year. It's a win-win for everybody. But yes, every situation is different. Depending on the traditional group insurance, we do sometimes have to wait for their open enrollment to come forth, and then we transition. Sometimes we can change everything immediately with no termination fees, no nothing. Now, if you're a small business with already individually, with all of your employees individually insured, at that point, no termination fees, no nothing. I can even send you the number, because chances are I probably have access to that carrier because we work with all of them. I can tell you exactly how to cancel and how I can pop you right on a better plan at a better price within minutes.
Folks, there is only one health life insurance provider that we trust here at Blue Collar Media Group and with the Patrick Carr Show. It's Eric, it's the crew over at Insurance Elevated. I got to give a shout out to FFL. The guys over there, we like them too, man. I like the FFL guys.
Absolutely.
So both of them, you can't go wrong. I'm going to give the information for Eric across the bottom of this video. If you're a small business owner, you're somebody that just has questions about health and life insurance protecting you and your family, you give Eric a call. His team will take care of you. I've seen it firsthand.
I appreciate that,
Thanks,
Patrick.
buddy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.